Day 2 of the 30-day talking to camera challenge, public on this YouTube channel. Let's go. What's really helped me on YouTube is having a solid routine, a solid daily routine to help me shoot content. This is something that I don't really hear many people talking about, so I wanted to give you a little bit of behind the scenes right now. So I'm doing this 30-day speaking on camera challenge. I'm making a YouTube video every day for the next 30 days on this channel. And when I thought about doing this, I'm like, okay, how can I make this enjoyable and sustainable for myself in a way that feels good for me, adds value to you, and is just a cool thing to do? And when designing a morning routine around this 30-day challenge, I realized, right, I have to change my daily routine. Obviously. Like, I can't have the same routine as I was doing and film a YouTube video every single day. Like, things have to move around, things have to change. I have to step back a bit and do some like pretty heavy lifting reorganization of how I'm doing things. Because otherwise what's gonna happen is you start a 30-day challenge of whatever it might be, talking to camera or going to the gym or whatever, and you try and fit it in around your routine and it never works. And so when it comes to YouTube, you've really got to think about your optimal routine, whether you're doing this every day or weekly or whatever, and really organizing stuff so it's optimized around making the best YouTube content you can. Back in 2019, I was in a rut. This was sort of end of 2018. Like a real rut. I went through some pretty serious mental health stuff. Pretty serious. It wasn't that serious, don't get worried. It was just, I had a lot of panic attacks and I got anxiety. I had a lot of anxiety for a couple years. And a couple years when you're in your early 20s and you're supposed to be killing it and enjoying life and having a great time, feels like the longest time in the world. And the anxiety, it was just like, I couldn't breathe properly. My breathing was just constantly, and I was just worried when I was gonna have my next panic attack. And it really got me down, understandably. It was a really shit time. But each month I'd be sort of thinking, like, how do I get out of this? I was going to therapy, I was doing some men's work, I was just trying everything, like throwing shit at the wall and just trying to get me out of this funk and get my mojo back. Because 2 years prior, I had just started my YouTube channel, I was traveling around the world and killing it. Felt like I was killing it. Inner, outer, everything aligned, it felt great. Suddenly, bam. It's like 2 years of like, what? Why do I feel like shit? And I was still trying to do YouTube this whole time. But the only thing that actually got me out of the funk, and I'm sure all of the therapy and all of the things I was trying, like they all were adding up for sure, they all helped me. But it was actually a decision on like New Year's Eve of 2018. I was like, I'm sick of this. Like I just reached a point where I was like, I am fucking sick of this. And so what I did was design a new routine. Now I'd already tried new routines before, don't think I didn't try them. But this time was different because it was this rock bottom moment where I was like, I'm gonna try anything to get me out of this funk. And I'm just gonna stick to it no matter what. And what it ended up being was very interesting because it might not be what you think. Usually, when we make routines, they can often be quite grindy because we're trying to get somewhere. We're trying to get a better physique, or we're trying to be a better person, or we're trying to make more money, or whatever it is. So we design a routine that's like, I'm gonna grind, hit the grindstone. But it fucking sucks, like no one wants to do that. And so instead, I was like, what if I made a routine of stuff that I really enjoyed, that I just had to do every morning? I was like, whoa, okay, that's weird. So like I have to be really disciplined to do stuff that I enjoy every morning. Huh, okay. I was like, right, what do I enjoy? Well, I had 3 missions at the time, and I enjoyed all of them. 1 was get in great shape. 2 was learn Spanish, because I was living in Spain and I wanted to learn Spanish, I had a Spanish partner. And 3, get better at guitar. I was like, this is like a Renaissance man routine. If I could work out every day, and I was like working out calisthenics on the beach, like it wasn't just like gym ratting, it was like calisthenics on the beach, sick. Work out every day, learn Spanish for like 30 minutes, focus sesh, then learn guitar, another 30-minute focus sesh. That's like 2-hour morning routine. That's a pretty crazy habit stack. And I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to do that no matter what. And it worked. It worked. It fucking worked. It just completely, like within a month, I was a different person. I had this sort of inner fire in the belly. I knew I was going to show up and do these things no matter what. My body was transforming. My Spanish was getting better. I was feeling great because I was doing music. I was giving myself permission to do something that I really enjoyed, that was creative and that I loved in this kind of disciplined way. And the routine was the only thing that got me out of that rut. Why does this matter for YouTube? YouTube is not only about you being able to do it over the long term. So much of YouTube is you. It's your personality, it's your charisma, it's who you are on camera. And if you have a daily routine that you don't enjoy, you're not going to have that pizzazz when you're showing up on YouTube. And trust me, when we talk about like charisma and pizzazz and now using pizzazz, I want to remove that word from my vocabulary. I said it in a video recently and it's stuck. Pizzazz. When we're talking about charisma on camera, it's pretty hard to fake. Like you can do certain habits and you can become more charismatic through how you present yourself, like 100% for sure. But there's a deeper layer that's way more important than all of that, which is who are you and where are you at in your life right now? Like, are you in a phase where you've got your mojo and you're able to show up every day and you're feeling good with your life, with who you are in that moment? Or are you in a rut? And it's fine to be in a rut. You know, if you are in a rut right now, hopefully you're finding this video useful and it's giving you some ideas. But also, it's not like sometimes you get out of a rut when you get out of a rut and it just takes a certain amount of time. But believe me, when you are in a rut, your content isn't going to be as good because YouTube is so much about who you are. And the people I see who are killing it on YouTube are usually people when they're in this sort of arc of just like hitting their mojo. And they're able to sustain that. And so the question is, how can you design a routine that gets you your mojo, that makes you show up on YouTube feeling good, and gets the actual act of speaking to camera in the moment, in the daily, not in the 12-month strategy and looking at it on a Notion document, but like actually being here in the moment, in a forest. Like, how are you actually feeling when you are speaking? How are you feeling when you're planning? Are you going to create big, bold ideas or ideas where you're like, oh, I've got to make another YouTube video? The whole thing starts here. And it's routine is a huge contributor to where your mind is at and your body. And so this is the routine that I've set up for myself for the next 30 days. And I'll let you know how it goes. But it's really simple. It's wake up slightly earlier than I was before. So I was in a phase, I have like a daughter and sometimes we go to bed late because, put the daughter to bed and then do evening routine and whatever. And then I end up waking up at like 8 a.m. So I'm like, whatever, it doesn't matter what time I go to bed. I'm just going to wake up at 7. Not a huge stretch. I'm not in the 5 a.m. club, but 7's good. It feels like, okay, I'm starting my day fresh. Then I'm doing a workout and I've designed a new workout routine specifically for this 30-day challenge, which is like 30 to 40 minute intense workouts with like kettlebells, calisthenics. That like, there's no choice but to feel good after those workouts, pretty much. Coffee before the workout as well. Fasted. And then get in the car, my camera bag's already ready, drive to a cool location, shoot a video. Takes me like 10, 15 minutes, drive home, then start the normal day, which is at like 10. So that routine, I won't be able to do that forever. Well, maybe I will, I don't know, but we're gonna see how it goes for these 30 days. It's a bit more of an intense push, but I like that. That's giving me a bit of fuel. And that's going to enable me to show up and do this every day in the way that I want, in a way that hopefully is making good content and actually helping you. Because the other option is do my whatever daily routine that I'm already doing, spend a lot of time on my computer, think, fuck, I have to make my 30-day challenge video, whip out my phone or something and just like blabber to camera and that no one was going to watch, right? Optimizing around the video is the key. I hope you found this useful. I am doing, as I said, 30-day challenge right now. If you want to join me, link is in the description below. We're going to get a group together. Just join now, and you can watch me alongside your own videos as we're doing this together. It'll be a blast. If you have any questions for you on your own 30-day challenge journey, or speaking to camera, or whatever, content in general, comment those below, and I might address them in a video very soon in one of these 30 days. Hope that helps. Let me know your thoughts about this routine stuff. Keen to hear what your routines are and what makes you feel good. With that said, bye-bye.